Hey everybody, Tim from Legacy Software Fun here. I'm uploading a new video. So I'm trying a new format here because I'm not quite sure where I fit in this YouTube world. So I just want to try different things and see what sticks, I suppose. But today it's just a fun times video. Got home from work and wanted to play with it a little bit. Today we're playing with Windows 1.0 running on MS-DOS 3.3. So no real history or anything here. I think I'm just going to do that with the install videos or something. But yeah, I suppose let's just get started with this. Before I do start, so one thing about this video is it is a reactionary, I suppose. I don't really have the means at this point in time to record as I go. So I'm just going to talk as I watch the video and line up the audio tracks. So yeah, that's weird, but I guess it's gonna work. So let's get started. So it was a fun prompt with new DOS installations, and I promise this video hasn't been sped up at all. That's, normal speed, me typing. So just creating the disk, maximum size 32 meg. So format that. See, 334,000 bytes, and it's about 32 meg. I don't know if you see what I missed here, but I did forget to do something already at this point. So I guess we'll find that out in a second. So yeah, I didn't know that there's a command in DOS 3.3 to install. It's called select. I just thought it was copying to C-DOS or C or wherever, so that's what I did. But here in a second, we're gonna see what I forgot. Oh yeah, I was switching the disks there. That's what that was about. So copy those over. Switching the disk back, I think. Oh no, I restarted. Yeah, switch disk. Oh cool, test works. Oh, so I guess I did already fix that. I was just over enamored with my own talking, but basically I forgot to copy the system to the C drive. Yeah, it's the fact that it doesn't say starting MS-DOS. It's kind of driving me crazy there a little bit. Yeah, the sys for some reason doesn't work in some of these versions of DOS. I'm not sure why, but format with the sys flag seems to work. So here what I'm doing is I'm getting the disks in for Windows. And it's wonderful glory there. Look at that fancy setup prompt. It'd be great if Windows 10 installed like this. Just, Now, one thing I did run into here, I kind of had to hack it a little bit. Well, maybe not hack it, tweak it, I suppose is a better word. The mouse driver for Windows 1 doesn't work, it seems. So I had to pull from, is it 2.1 or something? Yeah, I had to pull the device drivers from 2.1 for the mouse, and then it worked. Ironically enough, I didn't even notice it at first because I'm just kind of at home with a keyboard. 2.03, that's what the version of this. But I'm just kind of rolling through it here still. Desktop applications and Microsoft Write. It's crazy that Write program has been just around since 1985. That's what, 34 years. That's program's about as old as me. So see, this is where I say forget that, and I'm just gonna fix the whole everything. I don't know if you saw the other video, but I was getting quite frustrated with autoexec.bat and DOS 1.25 because Echo doesn't work. there is no echo command, so that was fun. Yeah, my history, I started with like, I don't know, it was either 5 or 6.2 or something. I mean, that's one I remember at least. So, you know, when I go through, oh, here I'm trying to, you know, control end and shift home and all that, and it just doesn't work. But yeah, so I mean, the DOS prompt that I'm used to, it's supposed to say I have no mouse. That's where I realized the mouse was gone. And the Windows key is, or Windows disk is still in there. Alright, so that looks a little bit better. You know, maybe I'm just kind of bastardizing Windows, or I'm sorry, DOS 3.3, but I just like the C:\\, you know, the path that I'm in, better than just the drive letter. It's weird. See, I agree. It's a version DOS 3.3. Windows loaded really fast, but it was 1.0 or 1.01 or something. Okay, so this is where I'm trying to figure out the issue with the mouse. Yeah, Windows at least 3.1 had a setup program. You can go in and configure that. The only thing I could really figure out was just reinstalling. Yeah, I mean, I found the control panel later in the video, but it didn't really give me any options for changing the mouse driver. And that's what I'm looking for, is just how to do this simple little thing. 1985. Well, look at that, 426K free. That's a whopping amount there. I've always thought it's funny how it says it's MS-DOS executive, but it still says this will end your Windows session. That's just funny. Oh yeah, I'm gonna check the WinINI file, see if I can just edit that. But I don't see anything for the mouse driver. So yeah, I think what I found out, or from what I found out, it's probably just a static driver. It just loads or something, and it just renames it based off of which one you choose and set up. That's my guess, but yeah, this is me, you know, Googling on another computer. So just still looking through WinINI. Looking for any other configuration files that might be there. So, yeah, real quick side note while doing this. If the audio sounds a little weird, that's because I have to keep pausing and playing. I got a 3-year-old, and he likes to come see what Daddy's doing sometimes, which I don't mind at all. It's you know, fun to be able to share things like this with him. But it is bedtime, so, you know. Here's about the point where I turned off the computer, just turned it back on. This is after I put the mouse driver for Windows 2 onto the floppy disk and, you know, made it part of the Windows install. And so now I'm just reinstalling Windows because it works. Well, we'll see if it works. It's not like I know or anything, right? So now we go through this fantastic, colorful setup screen here. You know, one thing I'm glad they did was, you know, they didn't call the disks, you know, the build disk and the driver disk. I like numerical disk numbers. It just makes more sense. Right. Yeah. Wish there's a way to load Windows 1.0 right in Windows 10. That'd be pretty fantastic. I'd probably use that. I'd write a book with that. I'd write scripts for this with that. This channel. This isn't scripted. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm just kind of blabbering on. Just another format, like I said, I want to try out. And I'm not sure why I let it sit for so long there. And oh, look at that. It did work. I have a mouse, and I'm about to brag about that, I think. Or something. I don't know. I take a lot of breaks in this. You can see the cursor blinking in MS-DOS Executive on Biff. I realized it didn't even look in that folder. I mean, I know what they are. They're program information files. I think it's what it stands for, but basically, like shortcuts or something, information details on how to run the programs. You'll see later that I tried to run some programs that it couldn't find the PIF files for. I mean, it was kind of weird, but now I'm just kind of talking, trying to figure out why I'm just sitting here doing nothing. I wonder if I got up from the computer for some reason. I don't think I did. Oh, that's what I was doing. I was trying to build an image to... oh, you just saw the PIF thing I was talking about. But I was trying to build an image so that I could get Super VGA. But I just kind of gave up on that pretty quick. Oh well, we have a mouse. We don't need VGA. Need VGA. Besides, it's better, and it's 640 by 480 bit goodness. So I don't even think that's 640 by 480. That's like 320 by 200. I don't know. I've never been good at picking up resolutions. All right, so about 10 minutes in, a little over, and I completely forgot what I was doing at this point. Oh, yeah, that kind of cracked me up. Like, I was expecting the secret to life, and it just said, this is the content. So, calculator. I think what I'm going to do is use this upcoming screen for the thumbnail. That's a good thumbnail, right? I like that. Calendar. Gotta do that, of course. I like how it actually says it's 2019 Windows 1.0, very Y2K compliant here. Yeah, I'm trying to make an all-day event, which I just decided to type in. Woohoo! Oh, can't have spaces. I don't know. I seem to remember having spaces. Oh yeah, this immediately made me think of sticky notes. It kind of works like it, except you can't really move them around. But I could have looked a little more into this. Like I should probably do an exploratory video on like these old apps and how they grow and stuff. I guess it kind of makes sense for the format of the channel I'm trying to go for. So that's cool. Yeah. So my cards. We're gonna fix that right away, aren't we? So I get told a lot that I have a good voice for radio. I don't really have a desire to be on the radio because I curse a lot, and I don't think I have in a video, or on the radio rather, but you can't on the radio, otherwise you get fined and it's bad. Yeah, it's weird. You push delete and that cuts. Like, it's not... Yeah, anyway. So I got a radio voice is what I hear a lot of. I don't know if it's true. Oh, look, it's there. It's in the clipboard. No, it's not. Yeah, and then this is where I find the... Oh, well, no, I find the clock here, which, as you can tell, it's exhilarating, all the stuff I do in there. But now I found the control panel, and I was like, oh, wait, maybe this will let me change that mouse. And I saw a mouse, and I'm like, oh, I feel like an idiot. And then I was like, yeah, I'm smarter than that. So that's pretty cool. I was looking for colors. And I was like, yeah, that's not going to happen. Very, very simple control panel. They're very... So, yeah, I was hoping that I'd be able to look at a font, but yeah, you can't run fonts, which I wasn't trying to do. I feel like this joke failed. Yeah, like I was trying to be a little funny, but maybe I should have said OS2 or something like that, which I did later. But, or switch to Mac or, something like that. But, I don't know. I just kind of do this stuff because it's fun, and I'm not really showing off or anything. Oh yeah, MSDOS.exe just loads another executive, which that's kind of funny. Yeah, but yeah, I'm not doing this to... Oh, paint. Yeah, they have... I'll click it here in a second, but they have this cube thing where I guess you can draw 3D shapes. Like, I had no idea that thing existed. That's something I'll definitely have to look into, but yeah, it just seems weird, but I don't know. I gotta save that, But I like it's an MSP file, not a BMP. Yeah, I started reading this, and then I got really bored, just really, really quick. I'm just like, okay, yeah. That was good about reading, so. Printing without the spooler. Yeah. More 1980s documentation stuff. It comes with reversey. Yes, reversey. Which I've never been good at this game. Like, as you can see, I'm struggling to figure out how to play it. And it says right there. And I'm like, oh, well, wait, maybe I should just do what that says. And yeah, so I just start kind of clicking away, like... But I was thinking checkers or something where you can only jump one. So I just kind of kept jumping one. And then I was like, well, this... And that's the point. I'm like, oh, you can do more than one. And then I lost anyway. Like, see, that thing is just eating me alive. Like, every time I click, they just instantly go black. Which... Yeah, this is exhilarating watching me lose at a game of Reversey where the AI was built in 1985. Man, I'm just on a roll here. Like, there's a moment here, or maybe it already passed, where I was like, oh, maybe I can do it. Oh, yeah, right here. I was like, oh, maybe I can. And then, yeah, I totally couldn't. Yeah, I'd have to pass. But, yeah, I get the last one, so that's cool. But I lost by 30, and it made me sad. Yeah, I was pretty sad about that. I was a little salty. That was useful. Wish I had it connected to something. Like, something modern. Like, I should write something in C# that'll talk to the terminal on Windows 1. Just like a past to future chat system or something. I can't do that, and I can't do that. And now it's time to write. It had its own floppy disk and everything. Yeah, I'm not plagiarizing anything here. See, this is original content now. Yeah, I mean, I tried a new joke, OS2, because it kind of fits in the theme. Yeah, I can't save anything like that. I do that in Windows, like when I'm making a document or something, and I just need to save it as a note. I just slam on the keyboard and hit enter. Like, yeah, the extension's wrong, so I need to figure out how to rename that. But then I apparently just gave up or something. Okay, there we go. I don't know what I was doing there. Let's just call it what I've been calling things. And then we'll do that. And then we'll just kind of play with the menu a little bit. See if there's anything cool in here. That's probably filtering, of course. Alright, now I'm going to start to install a program. Here's another pip error. And then realized that I don't want to go through putting in that many disks. So I said, never mind. And I gotta make a note about it. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Those are good days though. Like, you know, and the noise of zzz, and like I like those days. They were great. Now I'm just sitting here. I'm looking through other software to see if I have anything 1.0 compatible that's not 1,000 disks. But either it wasn't a proper image or I couldn't find one. So that'll be a future video, kind of exploring more of Windows applications there. Windows session in MS-DOS Executive. Just to round out this video, although this is another, like 5 minutes, 4 minutes, that's okay. And just kind of going through the files that I created or edited. It's true, there's some of this stuff on my list that I really need to do, except Martha. I don't want to buy a present from Martha. There's too many Marthas in the world. If your name is Martha, like, no offense. Sorry about that. And here I'm just playing with other DOS programs that I have no idea what I'm doing. And right now it's clicking. It's like, oh, yeah, it doesn't show the file listing, just paths. Yeah, it's still trying to tree it. Let's see what else we can do. We can back up. I guess I could have backed up from C to C. Everyone does that nowadays, it seems. So could have done that. So here's that select program. I saw this. I was like, oh, well, that's great. So whenever I actually go through the let's install for MS-DOS 3.3, yeah, why is it just not called setup? Like, it's weird. But, like, select. What does that mean, select? But I'll probably use that select when I go through DOS 3.3 install. Yeah, looks good. No mem. No PS. Oh, that's Linux. No shutdown. I always use that command. I never click the buttons. That's Windows key R, type that, or -R, and that's it. So I was trying to figure out a way to do a del tree. But I guess 3.3 just doesn't have that support. But I should have wrote a script. That's what I should have done. Like, I should have just did that. Because I'm good. I like writing scripts. And now I'm Googling DOS del command, seeing if I can find anything. So yeah, that's something I need to find a way to modify, is like, so you can see everything I'm doing, but I don't want to show my whole desktop. It'd be weird. Yeah, none of this works. This was just a bunch of wasted time. It's filler time. Just like what I'm saying. Like, there's absolutely no point to what I'm doing on your screen. There's absolutely no point to what I'm saying to your speakers, through your speakers, to your ears. But there it is all the same. Oh, here we go. I was like, okay, well, I'll just do that then. See? Haha, lol. Yeah, and here I'm trying to do loremdir with, recursive stuff. Now I'm Googling again. I'm thinking maybe I should structure these videos a little better. That might be a good idea. Just like, kind of do a test run of it and then script it out, But I don't know. I just don't feel like that's genuine. I don't. Oh, maybe I should cut it or something or trim things out. But no, I'll probably do that at some point. But I'm just getting my feet wet here, and I'm just trying to learn it. And here I go, deleting everything. And see, what I should have done was just formatted the drive or something, I guess. Or I'd probably not have done this. I mean, I could have used this data later for something, but I figured it was a just for fun video. See, now the system's gone. So, yeah, well, that's the end of my video. So that's a good screen there too. Or maybe I'll use that. No, it's not big enough. Well, hey, once again, this is Tim from Legacy Software Fun, and I'm glad you took the going on 27 minutes almost to watch this video. Hopefully you don't consider it a complete waste of time, and hopefully you thought it was entertaining. Just like and subscribe and click the bell, or whatever it is that people ask people to do with YouTube. It'd be cool, I guess. Leave a comment, send a letter, write a fax. I don't know. But yeah, thanks for watching all the same, and let me know if you liked it. Thanks. Have a good night.